Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my RCT3 Megapark. Park's filling up quite nicely. It's just so fun to fly over this park right now as it's filling up. Just so neat to watch all these rides. The park is pretty compact. I really love watching all these rides go around. Now, here at the back of the park, there's still a few open spots. But yeah, in the last few episodes, I built some quite big rides. So yeah, that's why the park is filling up so nicely here. And I think we will be done in just a few episodes. There's just a few more small spots to fill up. So yeah, I'm already excited for the next project. My next project will probably be either another open RCT2 park, or maybe I'll start one in a new game like Parkitect. But yeah, I'll have to see. It will probably be another open RCT2 park, but after that I'm definitely going to try another game again. Because I must say it's quite fun, yeah, getting to try out something new again. Anyway, what I want to do for this episode is actually build something here on this narrow strip of land. And I actually want to build a coaster which was introduced in RCT3, which is the Dizzy Dropper. Now, if you don't know what the Dizzy Dropper is, well, don't worry, before this episode I also didn't know what a Dizzy Dropper was. It's one of these coasters, so basically the track is sideways. Let me just build one of these pre-made designs, or I can just show it here. So basically here on the right you can see the lift hill. So the coaster cars are lifted up vertically there, and then it will just snake downwards, and all the way it stays on the side of the track. So yeah, quite a fun coaster, I think. Quite an interesting design. Now, a few of these have actually been built in real life. I believe there's 2 of them that have been built so far. Well, they're usually a bit taller than the one you see here. But yeah, I think I'll just build it somewhere over here. I think this narrow strip of land is perfect for a coaster like this. Alright, I will just start building the station, and then I'll see if I can find a layout that I like. Okay, what I find interesting about this coaster is that you can actually build some of these normal vertical track pieces, or you can build these taller vertical track pieces. I think really the only difference between them is the supports that it draws in between. So for example, you could build one of these pieces, then do a straight one to get a horizontal beam, then do one of these again. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure why there's 2 of these different kinds of track pieces, but I do like the variety that it gives you. Alright, I'm quite happy with this design. So as you can see in this layout, there's this vertical lift hill here, and then it snakes down throughout this track. Quite a long layout for a coaster like this, I think. I think it would be quite fun to ride, although all these brake sections would probably be quite annoying. But yeah, the alternative would be that it goes through these sections really fast, and that probably would be a little bit unsafe or uncomfortable. But yeah, it brakes quite hard in some of the sections, especially here at the end. Oh well, it's just something that riders will have to live with. Alright, what's left for me to do here is to actually make this station look nice. Now, I don't think a station building will actually work here. So yeah, I'll just make it look like a nice platform. Maybe I'll put some walls behind it, not really sure. Now, what you could also see me do is actually color some individual track pieces. What I do like about this game is that you can actually have many colors for a roller coaster. For example, I just colored these supports in 4 different colors. I think it looks pretty nice. Actually, 5 different colors because I used gray for this lift hill. But yeah, I'll just make the station for the ride now. Alright, I did a little bit of landscaping around the coaster. So as you can see, I added lots of water here. And I think especially in this part it will be quite fun that the riders will actually be suspended quite close over the water. So yeah, that's the main reason for adding this water here. But I think it also looks nice next to this queue. So just gonna check how this coaster train travels around here. Now, I also wanted to make this brake section a little bit less sudden, so I drew it out a little bit. That also allowed me to put this piece of track here a little bit lower. I think that'll just be a nice finisher. Okay, just going to add a few more of these fences around the path here, so the guests don't actually accidentally drop into the water. Alright, unlike some other rides, I'm looking at you, mini golf. Unlike some other rides, some guests are actually entering this coaster, so I'm actually quite happy with that. Thus, it is fairly popular, so yeah, it's actually nice to see some guests go, and it means my hard work hasn't been for nothing. It's also quite a good location here, right next to the pool, quite close to several shops. So yeah, I think that's good. So okay, it's complaining that there's quite a few thirsty guests, but yeah, that's I think there's enough shops for them. So they'll just have to walk a little bit harder. Okay, now I've just built this coaster. I don't want to stop this episode just yet. What I want to do now is quickly fill in a few patches of empty land that we have here. I'm simply just going to spam some foliage in it, but I'll try to do it in a nice way. Now, I've already placed a ton of these giant ferns, but that's mostly because it's just so easy to fill the land with them in quite a nice way. Well, I'm just going to place a lot more ferns, also place some compact ones in between them. And I will do that just to fill up some of these open areas. Alright, let's go. Alright, I think that's enough foliage spam for today. Now that I think of it, what I really like to also place in between the trees is some boulders. So sometimes I use these very large ones, these Jurassic ones, but I think we already kind of have enough of those. You can see them quite clearly throughout the park. So I'm just going to place some of these what are they called? Very large boulders. No, they're not actually that big, but they will fit quite nicely in between the trees. So I'm just going to spam quite a few of those throughout the park, as they will make these areas look much better. Alright, I think that's enough foliage and boulder spam for today. Now I will definitely place more of that stuff in following episodes, just to fill out different areas a bit. Alright, with that out of the way, I think it's time to add another patron to the park. Now, obviously I will add the patron to this new area over here, so let me quickly go to the staff menu. Alright, and this entertainer will be named Greenfielder. Greenfielder is the person who helps me build my website. So yeah, I'm also really happy he's supporting me on Patreon. So thanks a lot, Greenfielder, and I hope you enjoy your spot here in the park. Alright, yeah, I think that was enough building for me for today. So for the rest of this episode, I think it will be fun to take a ride on our new roller coaster that I called Sidewinder. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me build, and I'll see you again in the next video. See you later.